Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, where we are still in the beginning of the fifth case of the game, Turnabout Ablaze. Alright, so we are going to deduce, right here, this keyhole, and we're going to connect it to the Atakarasu's key. Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska? We literally just spoke about it moments ago. The shape. It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more.
Hold it!
Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure this safe had two compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? It's still pretty obvious, but okay. You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of this safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove to you right now that the Atakarasu's key is the key that will open it.
Objection!
The Yatakarasu's key? Miles Edgeworth? This had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Atakarasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. Yes, I know. But if you look at the area we were talking about earlier, let's go over this again, shall we? The Atakarasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Kidopian embassy. We confirmed that as fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking? Ah! It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about, finally. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe, got it? But that's preposterous! Because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago, we fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. Just happened to be sharp and deadly, that's all. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks. Whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scrappy, hurry up and open that safe.
Yes, sir. Opening it now, sir.
These items there.
It's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess they're pieces of... sir, what?
You're in the way. Now move, Scruffy.
I didn't think I was in the way.
Oh, poor Cubshoe. These pieces of art, they're identical to ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. Believe a more thorough examination is required. And we will do that in a moment. Before we proceed, because we're actually making a lot of progress, I'm going to talk to Franziska and then talk to them. I thought I spoke to Franziska already, but there's something that's, this logic, I thought we should have been able to solve that already, so Oh, I guess we didn't. Why did I thought we talked to her? I'm sorry, guys. I did it completely out of order. All right, the murder. I was investigating at the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Oh, that's right. The Yatagarasu was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese embassy. Oh, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I should have known considering Shih-na is here. I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. Oh? So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl, I see? Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu?
Kay would never harm a soul, sir.
Kay. You remember, do you not? About the case we investigated together 7 years ago. That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So, she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see.
Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all.
Hmm? How so?
The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret."
Oh, this is new information. Hey, you actually knew something we didn't.
But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract, and it's going on the rap sheet.
If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Yu really is the Yatagarasu. Huh. Something we can present to her? Potion? It appears that he died of a stab wound. Ugh. Whoever did this had a lot of nerve. I just can't fathom what could have led the killer to turn a knife against a man. What? That's a weird sentence. And I just can't fathom what the prosecutor lashing out with her whip is thinking. Is there something else I gotta present to you? I don't know. The key, maybe? Would you mind not pointing that in my direction? It's dangerous. So is your whip. And anyway, why are you showing it to me? I have no particular reason. You're just like your boyfriend, Phoenix Wright. It's like, ugh. If you have no reason, don't you bring that dangerous object near me. Do you understand? Ugh. Is she really that oblivious to the irony of that statement? She lets loose that dangerous whip of hers for no reason at all. All the time. Miss Von Karma, what do you think of this piece of evidence? Well, since you asked so nicely as my subordinate, I'll answer you. However, as your superior, I also must make sure that my subordinates grow on the job. Therefore, please gather your own thoughts together first, and then try presenting again. Okay. That's, actually not that mean of her for once. A simple "I don't have any thoughts about that" would have sufficed. Alright. I think that's all we're gonna get from her then. So, at least we got one new logic. Franziska's return, plus the whole stealing of the secret. So, let's connect that. And whoosh! to steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret the Yatagarasu was out to steal is in this very room?
Dirty secret?
Franziska, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence.
In that case, then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Babalese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation.
I think I just might need to ask Franziska about her smuggling case in more depth.
Alright, that's what we needed to do. Smuggling.
Franziska, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that.
Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off.
This accounting document.
It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the kingdom of Codopia, which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring.
That's Franziska for you. She's amazing. Pursuing this case with all she has.
Gotta give her props. I mean, when she's not working on regular murder cases, she's actually pretty good at her job, you know? Of course, she just can't seal the deal without Edgeworth's help. Or Phoenix. Either or both. Alright. That was what we needed from her. I think we're done with you, but let me just double check really quick. Yeah, I think we're good. Now let's talk to y'all.
Kay, are you alright?
You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right?
Yes, of course I don't. And I promise to prove that it wasn't you.
That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can.
No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true.
Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident.
I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste.
Alright. Now we're done with all that, so we can look inside the safe. Alright, every nook and cranny, we know. We know.
These are pieces of stolen art from around the world.
I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Ugh!
Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why? Do you have any idea of what would happen to you if one of them were to break?
Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now with her whip?
Franziska, please. Okay, the most important thing is the papers.
This is the document that we thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about.
Beats me, sir.
Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, Detective?
Ah, we just saw page 2. Ho ho ho.
Mr. Coton's name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is.
What? Really? We're gonna deduce. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna deduce to this paper document.
Take a good look at these documents, Franziska.
It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here.
Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3?
Well, well, it certainly looks that way.
By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for.
Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Colchin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Babalese ink.
Babalese ink.
Babalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported.
Hold it!
And that reason is?
That's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manikochin.
His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation.
But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice.
Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds.
You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. No cries of pain makes it boring.
Franziska, you are very, very disturbed. You must know that Manikochin was the suspect in the KG8 incident.
Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring. There is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved.
Alright.
Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be. Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu, K. Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manikochin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here, and he was already...
I'm surprised she didn't say she, considering she thought it was Callisto you.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Hold it!
I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes.
What is that supposed to mean?
I believe I told you that K. Faraday is not the culprit of this crime.
Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are.
Alright. Here we go. Why arrest K?
Even your police confirmed that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body.
Your reason for suspecting K is because you think she's the Yatagarasu. I mean, she has been claiming to be that, but don't listen to her.
Exactly. But it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yatagarasu. I totally heard her. Look! How many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu.
Very well, then I shall prove that K is not the Yatagarasu who killed Manikochin.
Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of.
Alright. Okay. Even your police confirmed that Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalu's embassy. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, Yatagarasu stuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this link... Okay, and?
Hold it!
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. Yatagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. I see. Your logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might just be the opening I need. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. But we found the key on his body, so...
Objection!
Plus, it had been missing for 7 years. Agent Shih-na, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh. Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yatagarasu, I am certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. Oh my god, her face is dripping. What the hell? Is your hair melting? Is that what's happening? Dear lord, she looks creepy. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Hold it. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him.
Objection!
If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Hold it. Need. Reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. Ugh! But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death.
Objection!
But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Hold it. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. Oh no, Kay, did you pull an Edgeworth? Did you grip onto a frickin' weapon after you found a body? Just like Edgeworth did on that night in the boat in the first game when he frickin' picked up a gun? That will always be like, what the frick, Edgeworth? That moment made me so mad. What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. Definitive evidence. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade on the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set, which has a design like no other. How do you know that? The evidence and testimony, and all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. That is your definitive evidence? You see now that she's definitely the killer, right? No! Mr. Edgeworth, you've got to believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person? That's right. I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Ah! She's screaming. Who's there? I'm assuming that was... Yeah, Shih-na. This is... I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream. And when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon, and she stupidly picked it up just like me. Ugh, Kay. No. I'm sorry. Normally, I would not just go randomly picking up anything that I bump into. I would quickly turn on the light to see what it is, but I wouldn't pick it up. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. Anyone prints on it. Typo. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me... Hold it. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know, but I know they came in here. Hold it. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. She has a point. Even if Kay's words are the truth, and will show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Hold it. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument, if you can. Don't worry, I can, and I will. But I'll be doing that in the next episode. Alright, now I can end this episode. Can't do it when I have that screen. So annoying that it does that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I had to squeeze in that extra few minutes, so I was like, that was too short. But anyway, until next time, have a nice day. Bye!